This week on Social Q, with me, your host, Ashley Buffington, I'll be sitting down with yoga instructor Tessa Jones. And of course, guys, there will be a giveaway. Make sure you tune in this Friday at 4 p.m. That's Tell ABQ Solo Radio, Social Q, with me, Ashley Buffington. Hi guys, and welcome to Social Q. I'm your host, Ashley Buffington. Thank you so much for tuning in with us on this beautiful Friday in New Mexico. I am so excited for today's episode. For those of you that have been following me on Instagram for a while, you know that I'm very much into fitness. I love being active, and so today's episode is going to be one that I think is going to be super, super interesting. And for someone that is maybe interested themselves in getting involved in yoga, I think that this will be a great one for you guys. So today I'll be sitting down with Tessa Jones, who is a yoga instructor here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And additionally, she is working on launching her own business, which is going to focus on giving people an opportunity to have yoga experiences and also private classes where they can really hone in on their craft. And so we're going to walk you through a little bit on, what that's all going to be about. And I'm super excited to hear about Tessa's journey, how she got into what she did, and then hopefully inspire some of you today who are listening, if you haven't, to maybe namaste with us.
Ooh.
So with that, like to give a warm welcome to Tessa. Hi, Tessa.
Hey everyone. How's it going?
I
feel like, really
doing
good.
good. Yeah, you're feeling
good. The weather's
good?
great. I mean, it's a little windy, but it's okay.
I mean, it's spring. I was like in line and someone was like, is it still windy outside? I was like, well, is it still April?
It's very windy. New Mexico wind.
Yes.
Can't help it.
Can't help it. It's always saying, are you a native New Mexican?
I am. I'm actually from Truth or Consequences.
Oh my gosh.
Believe
TRC.
it or not.
I believe it.
Yep.
Oh, because I think I saw that you had posted something about going down to their riverbeds.
I go often, and it's crazy to see how much they've grown because I went when they had like 3 pools, and now they have a zillion pools.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing to see how it's grown, and everyone just heads down there, and I give everyone good recommendations. I mean, if you're in TRC, you should definitely check out the hot springs.
Definitely. I haven't checked it out yet, actually, and it's like it's on my to-do list.
There's so many. Like you go downtown and there's Riverbend, there's La Paloma, there's like all just right there. You could probably do like a not that you would want to because you'd be really dehydrated, but
right. a tour of the tubs,
hot tub hopping.
Oh my gosh, maybe you could tie in like some sort of event where you took us down there.
Oh, I am thinking about it. I wanted to do a retreat type thing in Truth or Consequences. I just have to try a retreat here in Albuquerque first. So
get your feet wet here on your home turf for the moment and then go from there.
Because I haven't even done one, but I have so many ideas because there's always, always need things to do in your home state. So why would you venture out? Why not just do it here? And TRC has so much to offer. There's the lake, you have the river, and the hot springs, of course, and it's kind of secluded, and there's not much going on, so you wouldn't be too distracted about, let me just go to here. There's like one brewery, one bar. There's a Walmart.
Right. Like it's not super complicated.
Exactly.
So you could go and really have a nice itinerary of what to do.
Clear out your mind. Yep, exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, and I'm a local, so it'd be so easy.
Right. But you're like, let me tap in. I'll tell you exactly all the things you need to do. Oh, that's perfect.
Stay tuned.
Oh, definitely will stay tuned. That's perfect.
Yes.
And so you guys know Tessa is going to be offering a giveaway, and we're going to probably draw around 4:30. Do you want to tell everyone what you're going to be giving today?
So the giveaway is 3 private classes wherever you would like. We could do it at the park, your choice of location. It's going to include an hour of a yoga flow and adjustments. So if you're having troubles with something, you can just let me know and we can work on that privately. You can even bring your friends, your family, whichever you prefer.
How fun would that be to grab your friends together in the park and do some yoga?
Heck yeah. And a whole hour of it, that's a good workout.
Oh, it's a super good workout. That's awesome.
Get your muscles burning.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and we'll probably talk about this today. Like, there's a lot of different kinds of yogas and things like that. So it kind of depends on what experience you're going for with yoga.
So you can even say like restorative. I personally like power yoga because, if I'm going to do a workout, I want to get work done and really feel it afterwards and be sore. So most of the time I do more of like a vinyasa, which is more powerful and a lot of just moving fast instead of holding poses is more of like a yin yoga or a restorative yoga where you're trying to be more healing instead of creating that muscle, you know?
Right. That flow, that warmth.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but I can accommodate all, so I'm not worried about that.
Right. Well, and what would be great is like someone who hasn't actually even done yoga. How cool would that be that they're like, oh, this is what it's all about?
I want to teach everyone about yoga. I feel like it's changed my life completely because when I first started yoga, I would do it maybe like once every 2 months. I'm like, just because, I don't know, if you've done yoga, of course. I mean, if you haven't done yoga, I guess I'll start there. If you haven't done yoga, it's very hard to hold the poses and you get stiff and it's just not comfortable. It's like stretching, but with movement.
Right.
And it's just hard to do that and focus on it. And of course, clear your mind because I'm just go all the time. So to sit on a mat for an hour, I was like, what am I doing here?
Right, exactly. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to slow down sometimes.
Yes. I'm like, I can't stop like fidgeting my hands. I can't stop moving my body. And that's also just like another part of yoga. It's not just physical, it's also mental and very healing for just like that mental health aspect of things, you know, just because it gives you that chance to look inward and see how you're feeling about things. And if so there's like these metaphysical aspects of each movement or each like pain. If you're having discomfort in, say, I always remember the thighs for some reason, but say having discomfort in the hamstrings. So that means like you have a hard time moving forward or like trust issues and things like that. So you can break it down and even like focus on what's bothering you in your body and then look like inward and see what's bothering you outside of the body and all that. So, I mean, yoga is definitely more than just moving and physical. It's definitely a practice. And I mean, it's definitely changed my life. So
yeah, no, it's super. It's all connected, really. You know, that mind, that body, that soul, and all of those things. Yoga connects all of those aspects together. And for me, I started doing yoga probably about 18 years old. Like I took a class in college.
Me 19.
Yeah. So do you want to kind of tell everyone, like, how did you get into yoga? What was your experience? And how did you get to this point of instructing and teaching? Yeah, exactly.
So, I've always been really active. Started from a young age. I played basketball in middle school up to, all the sports, basketball, volleyball. Basketball was my main sport. I went all the way to college and played that for 3 years.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was really fun. A lot of lessons.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Lots of lessons.
It takes such dedication to be an athlete.
Oh, yeah. And it set me up for like a good work ethic in life, so I'm not complaining. And I loved like connecting with my team. But back to the yoga is like I just stayed active for a long time, and I tried yoga for the first time in a yoga studio. I mean, I've tried it here and there, you know, but for the first full experience, I was 19 and I went to school in Silver City at Western. So I went to a studio there with my friend, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like I still got a workout. My muscles are still burning, and like I'm not having a lot of pain anywhere. So I've had so many injuries. So I was a sophomore in high school, twisted my ankle really, really bad in the active ankles. So it took 3 months to heal.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Very long. So
does it still bother you now at all?
No, not really.
Oh, that's good.
Definitely went to physical therapy, did all the exercises I was supposed to do. So recovery went well. It just took a long time. And then I was a senior in high school, I dislocated my shoulder. And so all throughout my college career, I dislocated my shoulder. And I was like, I'm done. I can't play basketball anymore. Like, I'm not going to throw my body away because as my full-time job, I need my health and my body to be able to work with my patients. So I was like...
And you should tell everyone kind of what your connection is with your patients and what you do. Because I think that really probably does help you in yoga and the adjustments and things like that.
Whoops.
Yep.
I'm not going anymore. Is it working?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Oh, I can't hear myself. Oh. It sounds weird.
You sound great.
Okay, cool. Anyways, so I am an occupational therapy assistant, and of course, that kind of is all about getting people moving, getting people motivated, which yoga ties into that. You have to, being a yoga instructor, you have to stand in front of people for an hour and be kind of like motivational speaker / let me tell you what to do. And
right, exactly.
It's the same thing with occupational therapy and my patients. I work in a skilled nursing facility, so anywhere from, I've worked with ages like 20 to almost 99. I had a patient that was 99, and it's just a lot of breath work with different populations, especially when they're ill. So I feel like transitioning to a yoga instructor was really easy because I already had that, like the format for it. Not format.
Well, no, you kind of understood how the body worked. You had the ground. You had the ground.
Oh, I had the education for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been through anatomy 2. Definitely that was easy there. The only thing, and I've done yoga since I was 19, and then really got into it. And then I was like, one day I was like, I'm just going to become a yoga instructor. I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but.
Oh, no, that's how this goes. You're taking us through the journey. It's perfect.
Yes, I like get sidetracked and then I go on another story and another story. Anyways, so I was like, I'm just going to be a yoga instructor. Why not? And I feel like it's a good opportunity for a side hustle because everyone needs a side hustle nowadays.
No, this is totally true. Absolutely.
So I was, last year was COVID. I had a lot of extra time and extra money because I travel a lot and I wasn't traveling. So I was like, it was great. I was paying off my student loans, and then I was like, I still have money to do, like I can do yoga instructor now. And my roommate also did it with me. So it was awesome to have someone that we did yoga every day. I got
awesome.
Very fit, and I haven't done yoga every day like for the last few months just because work and things are just crazy. But like when we were doing the schooling of it, every day it was exhausting, but it was an amazing journey. Anyways, she was like, let's do this. And I was like, okay, why am I going to put it off anymore? I'm just going to do it. So the instructor that taught us was amazing. Her name was Deborah Romero. She's from here. And she has the schooling going all the time. So if you guys are interested, you can just get connected with me and I can shoot her a message or something. But yeah, then now here I am. I graduated in the end of February. The program was 4 months, and every Sunday it was 5 hours of going through poses, going through learning the poses, learning the metaphysics, learning the affirmations for poses, which it's a lot. So I don't know every single one of them because I know some of my favorite ones. Of course, pigeon, I know that one for sure. It's about forgiveness and moving forward. So like, and they say when you open your hips, you have all these emotions, you hold all these emotions in your hips. So when I always get my class in pigeon, I'm like, hey, it's okay if you cry, let it out.
No, it can totally happen. Yeah.
So there's just so much, and I feel like I still have so much to learn. I like look up something and then it leads me here and here, and there's tons of different breath works, tons of different just poses in general and advanced poses. And I feel like I'm pretty athletic, and oh my gosh, I'll be doing some advanced pose. I'm like, I can't do this.
Oh,
How
yeah.
do I do this?
It's very humbling.
It is. It's
very,
so
very
humbling.
Because you're like, oh, this should be easy.
Yeah, you watch it on, okay, of course, you watch it on Instagram or online.
Right,
you're like,
exactly.
I got this. And then you do it, and you're like, oh, I don't have this.
Well, yeah. So my husband and I, we actually got into yoga, I'd say, it's probably about 6 years now.
Yeah.
And we started with, I don't know if you've ever heard of her online, Yoga with Adrienne.
Yeah, I started with her, and she has a cute little healer.
Yes,
I have a
just
healer.
like you do. Yes,
Yep.
exactly. You
I
bonded.
I had Mila, and I was like, oh my gosh, she has a healer. And that's why I kind of like watched her, actually. I was like, I'm going to see how. And then
how she interacts with her dog Benji.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, we decided like, hey, we're gonna start this like 30-day program, and like, so I had said, I had started in high school, and I had dabbled. I took a couple classes, throughout high school and things like that, and
those
then
are
through
fun.
College. And
I took one in college, an acro yoga class, and that was really fun.
Ooh, that's very cool.
I want to get my certification in that because I mean, it's hard right now because of COVID, and it like acro yoga's with 2 people, and
Right.
I feel like no one's doing it anywhere right now. I mean, private maybe, but
Right.
anyways.
Now that things seem like they're opening up and we're good to go,
Yes.
more opportunities for
I
some acro
know.
yoga
I agree.
happening.
I agree. I wonder how long it would take. I haven't even looked it up. I just know I want to do it, so eventually I'll get to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So some things that I thought it would be cool for you to touch on, because I thought it was really interesting when we were talking about some of the connectivity to some of the different poses and different parts of your body. So you said the legs and the hips and kind of what they're connected to. Are there some other things where maybe people are struggling with certain things in their lives where certain yoga poses could help them work through some of those different hang-ups?
Oh, definitely. So, I mean, even if you looked it up, metaphysicals compared with certain yoga pose. So say if you want to do downward dog is good for moving forward in life as well. So just look at metaphysics with what you're having issues with. So say you're having issues with trust. You can just look up that. And I think that one, you hold a lot of tension in your shoulders. So you would look up poses that open your shoulders. So whether it be eagle, things like that, or even like cat cow, kind of just opening up those shoulder blades. I'm doing it as I'm speaking.
Yes, she should give me the full tutorial, people. Full tutorial.
But yeah, that's and then there's one for calves. There's one for the lower back.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one for thighs. I just can't remember all of them.
Well, no, but so because I did know that, like, so with like the trust, and I did really work a lot on the terms of like opening on the hips,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that really does help unlock a lot of
yeah.
different issues that people have, and I don't think that people realize how important it is to open up that hip area.
Oh,
and what a
definitely.
difference that can make for you in a lot of areas of
Oh,
your
definitely.
life.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, because I feel like anyone, like for instance, I'll say my boyfriend, if he goes into pigeon, I feel like he's really tight and it just like gets angry. I feel like if you do it more, I mean, you learn how to relax your mind. And then I feel like when you do that and later on in life, I mean, of course, the part of like just opening up in general, but like you learn on the mat how to deal with things outside of the mat. So if you just learn how to breathe through frustrating situations, like if you're in pigeon pose, because that can be super frustrating for people because it's so tight, then you can just translate it to, say you're having an argument with your supervisor. You'd be like, okay, just calm down.
Right. It helps give you that groundwork that you need.
Yeah, and that just ties back to like the emotional part of opening up those hips, and of course like it goes into your own emotions of just opening up those hips. So I feel like that's my own spin on it, because I feel like you can just deal with things how you deal with on the mat.
Oh no, I completely agree with you. And for me with yoga, being a teacher has been vital.
Yeah.
Because when you're a teacher, you're set with certain circumstances in the day-to-day, and you have a lot of things that are not in your control, and you have maybe 20, 30 kids coming into your classroom every hour, right? A lot of different
Stressful.
energies too. A lot of different energies.
Yeah.
And so, you have those opportunities, you have those moments where, someone might be like testing your boundary, right? They want to see like, oh, okay.
Oh,
if I
yeah.
do
That
this.
happens with me and the patients too. I feel like just working with people in general, or kids, or whatever the age group might be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very difficult at times.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And so, with yoga, it's really helped me in the terms of helping me feel like I have control in those situations where I normally
for
feel
sure
like I'm not in control.
Yes, I feel like the same thing. Before I would get so irritated so quickly, and yoga just taught me while we were learning yoga. So it was a lot of techniques of just like, there's this one called the 4 Agreements. If you YouTube the 4 Agreements, it'll pop up, and I forgot all of them, but like some of it was just like, don't be too quick to anger, don't be, and that can go like with the yoga philosophy type thing. And it just, don't gossip, and it causes like a lot of drama in your life. So why would you have drama in your life? Kind of like, don't hold on to what doesn't serve you. So often you hear yoga teachers say, let go of what doesn't serve you. And that's pretty much what they're saying, is just like, whatever you're having issues with, or stop holding on to things So, I mean, there's this kid that comes into your class and he makes you upset. Like, don't hold on to that because is it going to affect you in 5 minutes? Maybe not.
Right.
Type of thing.
Well, and usually what I found, it's not about me. Like when someone's having a bad day, someone's struggling with something, it usually has actually nothing to do with me at all. And then sometimes you're just that, end game.
Oh, the other one was don't take things personal on the 4 agreements.
And very important.
Look them up.
Oh, yeah. Look
everyone
up the agreements.
Because I listened to that on YouTube. If anyone's listening, go and look up 4 agreements on YouTube after this because you won't be upset. It's great.
So you found a lot of value in those agreements and kind of creating those. So they're good mantras maybe for you to say to yourself on the daily.
Definitely. Even put on a vision board just for like if you have like a vision board and then on a side note have reminders type of thing.
Right.
You can put the 4 agreements, which let's see, before I had them in a note and I should have brought my notes, but
oh yes. Well, I'm
go.
big fan of mantras.
Yeah.
So,
and affirmations.
Oh yeah.
I feel like every time I start my class, I'm like, okay, set an intention, and I offer people to be like, I'm setting this affirmation, or I'll set an intention. But sometimes, like my last one I taught at my last class, I was like, I am confident. So, just if you want to feel something when you're doing yoga, you can be like, I am happy, I am relaxed. Like if you want to feel more relaxed, you can say that I am relaxed and things like that, and just make it, say it, put it out there, manifest it,
Absolutely.
And I mean, once you change that mindset of having that out there, then it's more possible of happening,
Well, absolutely. Well, because I find it interesting, people might want to facilitate something in their life. They want to push something forward. They want to, create something good for themselves. But if they're not even willing to say it out loud,
oh yeah,
how is that opportunity going to happen for you?
Exactly. I feel like, I don't know if you guys know of, I'm going to say the 4 agreements before I forget.
Oh yeah, did you find them for us?
Did,
okay,
yeah.
What are our 4 agreements?
So the 4 agreements are, 1, be impeccable with your word.
Okay, so like be good with your voice.
Yeah, so speak with integrity, say only what you mean, avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others.
And can I touch on that one?
Yeah.
So what I'll hear a lot, like people will say things negative about themselves.
Yeah, and that's what
it's
just feeding yourself more negative, and then you're just more down on yourself. I feel like you have to feed yourself positive lies, and then it comes true.
Right, but they're not even lies.
Yeah.
I think we're often our worst
right. You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're sometimes your own worst critic, and we'll look at ourselves and we'll say, okay, well, but I'm not this, and I'm not.
There's
that.
a lot of comparing, especially now with social media. I mean, it's insane. I mean, like I compare, and I have a good life. I have goals. But I'm still like, I need to do this and this. I feel like it's just human nature. But
yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes people just need to step back and realize they have a lot to offer.
I completely agree. Okay, so I love that one. So what's our second agreement?
Second one is don't take anything personal.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
Nothing others do is because of you is pretty much what it says.
Pretty much what it tells me is I'm not as important as I think I am.
Yeah, well... all of us, because I take things personal kind of on the daily.
Right. And I'm super sensitive myself. That's like one of my faults, I guess I would say, is I'm very critical of myself. And
sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's detrimental to yourself, But I feel like it's so easy to be just... well, what's their problem?
Right. So kind of give everyone some grace and give yourself some grace too.
Yeah. And just kind of look at the big picture and just say, maybe they're having a bad day.
Yeah.
And just say, I'm okay. I think I handled that situation well, unless you didn't handle it well. But I mean, we all have those times.
I like to call those learning moments.
Oh, yeah. Take a little note in the back of your head and try not to do it again.
Okay, I don't like the way that turned out. Okay,
was
note
it
to
me?
self. Yeah.
Oops. My bad.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes definitely. I feel like I'm way more aware now that I've done the whole yoga schooling. So I have less of those moments, but I still have moments like that. I'm like, wow, was that selfish or was that this? Which, again, human.
Right. But you're being reflective, which I think is huge for growth.
Yeah. And I wish I would start journaling. I feel like yoga, they really are like, hey, you should journal. I like a lot of like, if I look up any type of like reflective type learning or this, they're like, journaling's great for learning and just growing for yourself.
Absolutely.
And I have not been able to get into journaling. So if anyone has tips
for journaling, yes. Send you a DM.
Send me a DM, please.
I find myself with journaling is if I'm going through like a struggle or if I'm feeling like a block, that's when I find myself writing. If things feel like they're flowing and going in a good direction, I don't find myself as
right. And that's when I feel like
much.
It should happen, because that's when the good things are happening. So you want to be able to look back on that.
Yes,
I told myself I'd journal when I travel, and I did my last trip, but only for a day or two.
You're all to do. Journal more. Oh, darn it. That was on the first page. I already forgot.
Yes. It's sometimes I'm like, oh man, here we go again.
But also journaling can be in different ways too. So if you think about like your Instagram, for example.
Oh yeah.
That's a way that you're journaling your
Definitely
life.
And you put all your thoughts on there and problems, and so it's perfect.
Exactly.
It's my personal journal.
Yeah, so, if you put like an inspiring quote or something like that, often, that's more of a reminder for yourself. And then you're thinking, well, if I needed this, maybe someone else needed to hear this too.
Sometimes I read some posts and I'm like, wow, thank you. I think that was like meant for me to read.
Yeah, absolutely. So it shows up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, or it's just like what I needed, because sometimes you're like looking for something. You read it and it serves you and you're like, wow, okay, I feel great.
Yeah, that was very
So
beneficial.
if I can do that for someone, heck yeah.
Well, and I mean, with yoga, you can help transform people's lives, and that's huge. That's huge. Okay, so what's the third agreement? What's our third one?
Let's see. Don't make assumptions. So frame the courage to ask questions and express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. So that makes sense, of course, because we always are like, well, this person's doing this. I do it a lot. I feel like that might be worse than me taking things personal.
So you have like a little bit more of like, you're thinking, oh, this person is this, and did it mean this?
I always just jump the gun. I'm like, oh, that's okay. Let me slow down, because I feel like I think too much, and that always, I just need to be more thoughtful, of course, in that situation. It's a practice for sure. Yeah. Working on it, guys.
Well, yeah. And all of us are just at our own place doing our own thing. And, as long as you're, I think, trying to improve better than you were the day before, you're doing something good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I like that one. Okay. What's our fourth agreement?
And the fourth agreement, of course, is always do your best. So your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy, opposed to when you're sick. That makes sense.
Absolutely, because your bar is set a little different in those different situations.
Exactly, and every day is different. And as long as you try to do your best, then that's. I don't personally like that one the best, because I feel like doing your best is always difficult to always be 100%. So. Your best could be 70% on that certain day.
I think that's what it's saying is sometimes your best isn't maybe what you think your 100% is, but if you're being true and authentic to yourself, then you're doing your best. I think when we got into when COVID happened, being an educator, doing my best became a different thing for me. And it wasn't necessarily...
you weren't even in the classroom or anything.
Exactly.
I'm sure,
It was learning a whole new way of expressing myself, having to connect through a camera, and creating those relationships. It's so strange. And so doing my best, a lot of it focused on really creating those relationships, that social and emotional part of those connections.
Oh, definitely.
Because once you get that social emotional aspect, I think it really does open up people to trust you. And I think that's a facet that has benefited me in all aspects of my life.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I try to, on that note, when people come into my class, I'm like, hey, how are you? Have you done yoga? And just like communicate with them or ask them questions just to connect with them, instead of being like they walk in and be like, hey, okay, bye.
Right, exactly. Oh, that greeting moment, that sets the tone.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast. I try to listen to different yoga podcasts just to get ideas and stuff, but it was a business podcast and for yoga, And it was just saying that moment when they walk in is the crucial point of like getting your people to stay. So if you have them come in and they don't say, or like you don't say much or make that connection, they probably won't be back.
Yeah.
But it works. I've had a lot of people return to my class. I only have one right now, but I'm trying all these different ones.
Never preface with the word only.
Oh,
Remember,
you're
we need that
right.
positive self-talk.
I
Say,
know.
I am able to teach once a week. What a blessing.
Thank you. You're right. But I just want to do more because it's so fun. But I am doing more because I forget that I have, I'm trying to do like the yoga and beer and things like that. So that's very sporadic and it's not like a set schedule. So I like to keep my schedule open for that. More so than like teaching at a studio because I like the freedom.
You like the events and you like kind of gathering people together and creating
and
that
something
experience.
different that's not just the studio, something that you probably wouldn't go to all the time. And it's like, oh, I'm going to go to this event that like, for instance, I went to Yogazo. Oh, if you haven't followed them on Instagram, they have really fun events. She just had one at Electric Playhouse.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So stuff like that, just something to get the community talking and be like, hey, I went to this and like, it was a fun event and, like people showed up and this, just whatever interest anyone's, I guess.
Well, it connects like-minded people. So if you're coming together, and one of the things that, with yoga and you think about it, all of these people breathing together, having this experience together, that's huge. It's creating this ripple and connecting people that maybe don't even know each other, but because of that breath, that connectivity.
And it's great to everyone. I've never known someone that's like, oh, I feel terrible after yoga.
Never.
Everyone feels so enlightened and they're like, wow, I really needed that. Thank you. And it's just a great feeling to be like, oh, I could give that to you. I'm so happy.
Absolutely.
So
tell me a little bit more about, so when is this beer and yoga event that you're going to be a part of?
So I have scheduled the next one and it is next Thursday, May 20th. I don't even need to look at my phone to remember. Anyways, next Thursday, May 20th. I know. I was
okay,
like,
so May 20th on Thursday.
Ex Novo and Corrales. We're super generous. And it was really easy because I've been messaging a lot of different places. And that's what I've just been doing to like get my business type growing and trying to get this lift it off the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just message a ton of different people of our venues where I think are places where I think it would have a good space, especially with COVID. And I knew Ex Nova had this open space. So I was like, hey, would you be interested in doing this yoga and beer event? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. So it was actually really easy to set up. It was the easiest one and it was my first one. So I was like, oh, all of them are going to be easy.
Right.
And it hasn't been that easy. But which is fine because it's going to be great. I feel like things are in movement to be great. Yeah.
And where the energy goes, the flow will go.
Exactly. So that's what I keep telling myself too. Absolutely. I'm like, if I keep trying and I want this, it's going to happen.
100%. And so if people are interested in going to this event, do you still have openings available?
I do have openings. So the first one is Thursday, the 20th, next Thursday, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And it's a 60-minute yoga flow. You get a pint of beer after. So you'll just come.
Sweat it out, detox, and retox it up, people.
Exactly.
It's a full cycle.
It's beautiful. It's so much fun. I love it. Because I love beer.
Well, and Corrales is gorgeous.
It is. It's Ex Novo's, that tap room is beautiful. And there's that. No, they have really cute decor inside. Whoever decorated it, good job.
They did a good job.
Yeah, they did.
Like it?
It's cute. Very cute.
And you had posted on your Instagram, I think I saw this yesterday, where you did a live yoga on your Instagram.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to be more interactive with live type situations. So I am going to start doing at least one free 30-minute yoga flow on my Instagram live every week. It might not be the same day because I have different things going on with each day, but they'll either be, it's always going to be in the afternoon because I am not a morning person. And it might be like Saturday morning or Sunday morning, but never and I also have a full-time job, so that's hard. Right,
exactly. But it's all about the balance and fitting in the things that are your additional passion, which is so important. And so do you save those flows so that people can go back?
Sad days. So yesterday was my first one, and I've never done Instagram Live, and I was looking, and I had to look up some videos. I was like, how the heck do I get it back? And do I save it? Because I know people save it, and you have to save it during, right? Or before?
Well, it gives you what I've noticed with Instagram Live, like, she is not the nicest lady. She's a difficult woman.
She's a difficult woman. Oh, I'm not going to get that video back.
No. So sometimes what I found even too is, like, at the end it'll glitch out, and then goodbye live video.
Yeah. So I tried to save that one. That was my intention, was to save them so people could go back and look at them and use them for their benefit. But it's a learning process. I'll save the next one.
Yes,
for sure.
Well, and you'll have the option of download this or share now.
Right.
If you download it and it's too long, then you have to post it as an IGTV.
Yeah.
But if you want it to just go from that live to that live, then you can do like a maximum amount of time that way.
All right.
So you kind of know that.
Something to know. Yes. Because I was
You'll
Googling
figure it out.
I was YouTubing it. I was like, help me, please.
No, don't worry. It'll probably fail on you. It's happened with me. Like, I did a couple of interviews during COVID on my Instagram with some local businesses and things like that. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Get it.
Yeah, this interview was fantastic. I can't wait to share this. And then it's just like blur screen. I'm like,
that's the most frustrating thing.
But I just decided, I was like, okay, well, the universe wasn't ready for it. It was too good. It was too good.
There you go. That's funny.
I wonder if like YouTube Live or something would be something more
sustainable.
Yeah, sustainable for you. Yeah, exactly.
I definitely want to start getting into the YouTube channeling as well.
Yeah.
I just bought a camera, so it's slowly happening.
You know, it'd be cool is at your event if you stream some of it live.
Yes, people. I've thought about all of that. I don't know if
just so they can see you only kind of a thing. That'd be super cool.
Thank you. Yeah, good advice. I definitely
think that
will.
would be awesome, because then it also too shows like what you get when you go,
and more interest. Like, hey, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And you guys can do yoga.
Well, yeah, exactly. We just won't get the beer. So we'll just
sorry.
Like, oh, okay, it happens.
Next time.
Yeah. So
I come to the beer and yoga.
Let's draw the winner.
All right.
For your giveaway. And then after that, I want you to talk a little bit. Yeah, you're going to pick it. And then after that, I do want you to share a little bit in the terms of these experiences that you're wanting to do, so that if people are interested in participating in these experiences, they know who to contact.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
On the other note, I also have a beer and yoga on Sunday. The 23rd. So
okay.
So the 20th and the 23rd. So the 20th is 6:30 to 7:30, and then the 23rd is 11 to 12.
And is that also at the
same venue, same Ex Nova Brewery in Corrales?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If anyone's interested, you can DM me on Instagram or
a spot that I was thinking of is my friend Tyson was on last week for Rust is Gold Coffee, and that's a pretty open big space.
Have thought about that because I listened to you guys last week. I was like, oh, I've been to his coffee shop. I was like, oh, that's a big, because I would want to do because some people don't drink beer, so I want to give people that don't drink beer an opportunity. Right. Like, what about coffee and yoga early in the morning, like the early birds? I've definitely thought about that, and like park yoga and this. I just don't know who to talk to, and working on that, you know.
Well, I know a guy.
Connecting.
I know a guy. So tell him that you listened.
I will. Like, hey,
exactly.
Shoot him a message on Instagram. That's how I've been doing it all.
That's how I create a lot of my connections is on the IG. That's how I met you.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
Here we are.
Angela Chavez.
Okay.
Woo, woo, woo. We got a winner.
Congratulations, Angela. You are in for a real treat.
Yeah.
And we'll get you in contact with her information so that you'll be able to contact her and set up those classes.
Easy.
And then you'll have to share on the gram
what
you're doing.
If that's okay with Angela.
Yes. Oh, that's true. I mean, you can always
you
share
have to get all the yeses. I've learned that. So I got my yoga insurance. I had to pay for that. You have to get waivers signed, all the things, you know.
Right.
You gotta protect yourself. Can't be too safe out there.
Oh, that's true. Like, so when I used to teach tennis lessons, that was part of it. So, you know, if you taught private lessons, you needed some sort of coverage.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can get hurt.
Exactly. And you don't want to get sued or anything. And that
especially when you're trying to hustle.
Exactly. I'm just trying to make it. Exactly.
I'm just trying to make it here, people.
Exactly.
Help me out.
Oh, man. You get me.
I get you. So what's your vision with your Traverses yoga?
These fun events.
Yeah.
So I wanted to create it just because I wanted to give New Mexico another option for getting movement and getting out there. And I know there's other options, of course, but I just wanted to do like more beer and yoga, because there's only a few, and then eventually start doing retreats rather than be local, even maybe like California and eventually overseas or something like that, and I want to create more of like a affordable type experience, because I've looked up so many retreats and they're like, what, $2,000, $3,000?
They can be really pricey. Yeah.
They're very expensive. And I mean, there's definitely some that are affordable, but they're not close and they're overseas, or, so I wanted to do this to create more of that for people like me that want to do the experience, like have this experience, but can't afford the type of experience. So I'm thinking my first one, I'm going to definitely do a local one.
Super awesome.
Yeah. I'll probably partner up with my roommate just so I have two of us doing yoga. And of course, some people might not like my style and they'll love my roommate style, like others suit others' needs. So, I've been thinking about day ones and thinking about overnight ones. And the overnight would probably include, like some type of meditation yoga along with movement yoga, and then have like activities and food.
So kind of you're visualizing creating a space where people can come and really set everything else to the side.
Yeah, and take some
time for themselves.
Yeah,
and come a little more connected with that mind, body,
and get out of their own
spirit.
way and their own like environment, of course, because if it's going to be local, you're like, well, why would I do one in Albuquerque? And I just feel like, because I would say that honestly, like, why would I want to do a retreat here? Number one, it would be affordable. Number two, it's in your backyard. So I feel like if you go to a new place, you get to experience something that is local, and that, and if you didn't want to do it, you could just go home, and if you weren't comfortable. And then three, it's just, you get out of your space and out of like your home, because doing things in your home and aren't the same as doing it in a new space with clean energy. So something that would help people just open their eyes instead of feel so stuck, I guess.
Right.
Because for me, I always feel like I'm very, like, I need to do this different or this different, because I always feel so stuck. So I just want to give people that chance to not feel that way, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, because I think if something kind of plagues yourself, you think, okay, if this is bothering me, it's probably bothering other people. And if I'm working through it and finding out different ways to open up that block for myself, then hopefully I can create that pathway for somebody else.
Exactly. And I feel like I've never realized how awesome Albuquerque is, because I always told myself, I'm not going to live in Albuquerque. Never.
And here you are.
Here I am. I've lived here for a year. I'm loving it. I feel like I moved back from California, and it was just so easy I found a place to live. I found a job right away. I have my own niche now. I did the yoga, and now I have like where I teach, and I have all this happening. I'm just like, this is just too easy for things to be happening here in Albuquerque to hate Albuquerque.
Right. I feel like, a
I'm
lot
just
of
gonna
times,
listen to it.
Yeah, people will, you have to listen to like where that's taking you, right? Yeah, I think a lot of times like people are thinking, oh, okay, well, if I go here, then, this will create this opportunity and things like that, which is true sometimes.
Right.
But sometimes the opportunity is right in front of you. And I do think, well, obviously, I'm sitting here and I created a social cue because I wanted to create a space where I can really highlight how amazing I think Albuquerque is. I'm born and raised Albuquerque native. I've lived here my whole life. A lot of connections with amazing people and people who have stayed here, keeping Albuquerque great. And we need to keep those people here.
Yes, agreed.
So the more we can do that,
it seems
and
like more
highlight
things are
better.
moving in, so it's getting exciting.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we have a lot of exciting things with a lot of shows being filmed here.
Just heard Disney or something like that was coming to.
Oh, I'm sure
something like that.
Oh, they're doing huge things here.
That's amazing. So it's just gonna get better.
Well, and I've heard from a lot of people too is that we have some of the friendliest people.
Yeah,
that people have.
Oh,
met
definitely.
Here.
When I moved to California, I was like, what is this? Like everyone. people there do not like
Acknowledge
newcomers.
you.
They don't like newcomers. They like the locals. So I was like,
Gotcha.
oh, I'm not a local.
Right. Yeah, it's hard.
And here you come in and it's just, hey.
Yeah,
I
they're like,
feel
oh,
they're
hi,
very
welcome. How are you?
nice.
Come
Yeah.
right over here.
Yep.
And that's what I love about it is that people are really open to create those connections.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Oh, good on New Mexico.
Yes.
And it's home.
wonderful. It's
Can't
a good
hate home.
place.
And the green chili. Oh, I missed that.
Great food, great weather, great
Exactly.
skyline. What's
The
not to
mountains.
love?
Speaking of all the good hiking, I feel like that's amazing because you have the Sandias and then Las Cruces, you have the Oregon Mountains. I was like, I almost
You
forgot.
have all of the things.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're probably going to think I am crazy, but I actually do yoga every single day.
Every day?
I probably have for about the past 6 years.
It changes
Isn't
your
that
life
crazy?
and it changes your body. I feel like it really tones you up, and people don't think that.
Oh, yeah.
And
We're
then
in,
people do it, and you're like, wow, that's hard.
We just started another 30 day, and we're day
Nice.
19 today.
Nice.
And I can always tell when I'm, doing another routine again. Like, something, because when I say, I do yoga every single day, sometimes I'll pick like, okay, I have 10 minutes tonight, or I have 15 minutes. But I always fit in time. I always fit in time for myself.
Yeah.
It's valid. It's just so
definitely.
important. And, people who are out there who maybe feel like they have blocks in their lives and they're not getting to where they want, well, are you setting that time aside for yourself?
And exactly. To see what's going on with you.
And people always say, I don't have enough time.
You can make time for what you...
Put the phone down and give yourself 5 minutes.
Yeah. You can always make time for what's good for you.
Absolutely.
I think.
Oh, I completely agree.
I've heard if you want it bad enough, you'll make time, of course. So
yes, you have to want it.
Exactly.
But do you want to move forward, then you got to make that time.
Exactly.
It's just going to happen. Yeah, and I meditate every single night, and I really do believe in a lot of
so that's what
manifestation.
I'm bad at. I'm good at so if I need something, I'm good at manifesting, but I'm very bad at meditation. Like I said, I can sit down and I just get so antsy. I'm like, I need to go do something.
Yeah. So I do it right before bed. So I'll just sit down in my bed, cross-legged. I'll open up my hands, and I just really open up myself and think to myself,
oh yeah,
bring me those opportunities. I cover myself in white light. That's one of my big things. And I picture things that I love.
I love
and
the
people
visual.
I love.
Yeah.
Covered in those things too. My home, my car, my school, people I love.
Right.
Because I feel like if you create that blanket of love,
oh yeah,
hopefully it'll create, that encompassing good vibes for everybody.
Yes, I totally agree. That's one of my favorite techniques at the end in Shavasana. I'm like, use this white light, and I kind of go from your feet and just clear all the impurities from your feet all the way up to the crown of your head, and then exit them and just get them all out. And I feel like sometimes I'll sit there and it's like a whiteboard. You're just erasing all the negativity and stuff, or even the pain. Imagery. Yeah, I feel like imagery is a good thing for pain too. Like if you're having a lot of pain in your knees or your back, you have to do the work and stretch and core work and all this stuff for certain different things, right? But having that imagery to be like, I'm not having pain there. It's okay. It's a good space type thing.
Yes.
Send the love per se.
No, yeah.
to that area.
Yes.
Then it really is a game changer. And I know if it sounds silly, it's really not. You should try it. Anyone listening.
Absolutely.
It's worth it. It's worth a shot.
Well, absolutely. And if you're hurting and things like that, what do you have to lose?
Exactly.
What do you have to lose?
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Awesome.
Pain is not fun.
No, it isn't. But it is necessary for growth sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Physical and
emotional.
All of the above.
All of the above. Check all of the boxes.
Yes. Oh, man.
You did amazing, Tessa. I had an amazing time sitting down with you.
I feel like
today.
it went so fast. Is it already time?
Yeah, it's already time. Yeah,
hey.
we've done it. So if people are interested in connecting with you, how can they find you on your socials?
So I do have a Facebook, which I know a lot of people are on, but I am not active on there. But if you did send me a message, I would get it. So that's just Tessa Jones.
Okay.
And then, of course, I'm very active on my Instagram. Tessa_traverses. And if you have a problem getting there, maybe.
No, they'll find you those ways.
Say,
yeah, so they can go to at Tessa_traverses.
Yeah, I was going to say. I know sometimes I'm like, I don't know what picture people are using, so it'll pop up.
They'll be able to find you.
Live a little, I think, and then yoga and travel. So
Awesome. And if they need
I've
to connect
changed it
with
a
you
lot.
and they can't find you, I can help get them connected
There you go.
to
That's
you.
what I was going to say.
Yes.
Let's see what it says. Yeah, it just says Tessa Jones, Yoga and Travel. That's it.
Yeah.
I've changed it the last few times, so.
I mean, I think we're all working on rebranding ourselves all the time.
Yes, all
Mine
the
is
time.
a continuous thing. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll
What
go
sounds
this
better?
direction. Oh, maybe I'll say these things.
Yes.
So it just different times in your life in different places, and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
create that for yourself.
Exactly. And what looks better? I feel like sometimes things look better down, like in the bio or here or there. Anyways, that's a little off topic.
No, I mean, but this is social Q, so it's about the social aspect of Instagram.
There you go.
And
There's
those
a
kinds of
lot
things
to go about branding and looks.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like I always want to go like clean and cut and like natural colors, but then I'm like, this is bright and I like bright colors, and so it's hard to
I know.
either way.
I know, and I'm like, oh, I like this and I like this. Oh,
And I've already had an aesthetic for so long. I can't just go and change my aesthetic now. So it's.
I mean, you can do anything you want to do.
You're so right. Thank you for being so
Yes,
positive.
Yes.
I'm pretty positive, but I'm like, I get in my own head. I'm just talking out loud, guys.
Yeah. You got to work yourself through it. It might
There
help
you go.
someone else work through it too.
There you go. Ashley's a little angel on my shoulder.
There we go. I've never heard that before. It's finally. See, everyone who's listening, I am an angel. I knew this the whole
It's
time.
happening. Okay, it's never mind. I take it back.
All right.
Just kidding.
Yes. You did an amazing job, and
Very-
I cannot wait to do it. Let's do a yoga class.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
It'll be a blast. Oh, I did want to ask you, have you ever done goat yoga before?
I want to so bad. I wonder if there's a goat farm here. Anybody have information about a goat farm? We can pen some goat yoga.
Yeah, let's find some goats. We got the instructor, and let's make this magic happen.
I'm ready for it. I've wanted to so bad, but no, haven't done it.
Oh, okay. Perfect. That was
Until
just a little
next
question I had for you. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you,
for-
Ashley.
Yeah.
And Social Q. And
Yes.
I don't know. Is that the same person?
Oh, yes. I am Social
Okay,
Q.
good.
And thank you, TeleBQ.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
LABQ.
Solo Radio.
There you
go. We so appreciate you guys tuning in on this beautiful Friday in New Mexico. And again, if you're interested in connecting with Tessa and want to learn more about her yoga experiences, that's Tessa_Traverses. And if you want to connect with me, Ashley Buffington _. It's been wonderful sitting down with you guys today, and I cannot wait for next week. I'll be bringing in Amethyst Synergy, and they're going to share a little bit more about health and wellness, which I think connects perfect with today's broadcasting. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend and have a great day. Thanks, guys. Social Q, Ashley Buffington.
Hey guys, this is Vanessa with the Daily Fix.
And it's Cade.
I'll be in the studio with Cade every Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to 9:30.
And join the rest of our team Monday through Friday. We'll be interviewing other guests around Albuquerque.
So make sure you tune in, and don't forget, download the TeleABQ app.
Need high-speed internet? Want to support local businesses? Southwest Cyberport is your local internet service provider and has all the right solutions for your personal or business needs. They offer cloud storage, web hosting, email services, and so much more. If you're tired of GoDaddy, just say no, Daddy, and call Southwest Cyberport today at 505-232-7992 or go to swcp.com. Southwest Cyberport, New Mexico's expert internet service provider since 1994.
How's it going in Albuquerque? This is AJ Olona, host of Double Take. Make sure to tune in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from noon to 1 p.m. where we will be talking everything sports. And as always, don't forget to download that TeleBQ app.